Hello, everyone. I want to share a story about happiness and how to reach that happiness. I'm going to tell you a story about a young man who reached an epiphany in his life and found that true happiness deep down in his soul that he was searching for. This is a story about a young man who has just turned 21. His parents had him late in life and felt they needed to overprotect him and do everything for him. They lived in a huge, wealthy compound with around-the-clock maid service. The young man had never done anything for himself or made any personal decisions. He had never left the compound, had only one playmate, which was the maid's child, and his horses and animals to play with. Also, he was homeschooled. But one day, his playmate told him, "There is more out there to explore." So, with this information, he went to his mother and asked her if he could take a trip to a faraway place to explore different things in life. His mother agreed. He headed out for a trip to a place called No Name Island, which was supposed to be full of new opportunities. However, his luggage was lost, and he was instructed to get off the plane until his luggage arrived. When he was taken to the island, he was greeted by three angelical-looking characters, all dressed up in white. Their names were Miss Get Up, Miss Get On Up, Mr. Try It Again, and Mr. Start Over Again. His response after hearing their names was, "Those are unusual names. What do they mean?" They responded, "Our names represent roads which you are to choose to find your true destination and happiness in life." As he pondered, he thought, "I have never made any decisions for myself. How do I know which road to choose?" But they insisted, "You have to choose." So he chose the middle road. But at the end, all he found was a rock. He rushed back, a bit disappointed, and chose the second road, only to find a rock at the end. Rushing back, even more disappointed, he chose the final rock and still only found. He realized the rock represented his clear vision of a new life and direction. The young man started his new life, which led him to become a world-renowned life coach, teaching others how to find their true identity and happiness in life. Then something unreal happened inside his head. He felt a spinning around in his head and heard a voice saying, "My vision is clear. All my roads lead to nowhere. But now I know the three characters I met were my conscience. I feel happiness is just around the bend." This was his epiphany. Now, when we look at finding true happiness, we research the meaning of happiness. We find that it is characterized by feelings of joy, satisfaction, and contentment, no matter what our circumstances are. Happiness does not come naturally for most folks. It requires some deep soul searching and seeking the true essence of who you are. For example, when we ask most people who they are, most likely they will tell you their name, their profession, or where they are from. However, keep in mind, you find true happiness when you know you are not just a name or your profession. You are so much more than just a name. Happiness is achieved once you capture your true essence, created out of love from the divine. You are unique with your own special gifts. These involve internal gifts, like the ability to recognize that you are not your circumstances. All things happen for a reason. You can choose to be sad about it and participate in things like addiction, poor nutritional habits, self-doubt, low self-esteem, and drift off into a feeling of being lost and out of balance. But when we are able to search deep within and achieve acceptance of the true essence of who we are, it releases us of limiting beliefs about ourselves and a newness of life, where there is peace, balance, and true happiness in our lives, no matter what our circumstances are. At this point, we are able to focus on light and darkness. The more light, the less darkness. The brighter the light, the less darkness. Light has the ability to completely eliminate darkness or unhappiness in your life. It has a purifying effect on our lives. Like the young man in the short story I read earlier, who found true happiness once he tapped into his deep conscious mind. His vision was clear about the essence of who he really was, and he found true happiness. You can also find the silver lining of happiness when you know the true essence of who you are, and that is something that is deep within your soul. Remember, you are not just a name. When you realize that, it's easier to tap into that true happiness that brings peace and balance in your life. I hope you enjoyed this little motivational speech, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.